Just a man on a mission, ambition to never fail. Personality electric, he is animated male. Intelligent and wise, calm and often cool. Chris James giving opinions while also speaking the truth. Empathy and compassion, Stephen Michael is here. Helping you through your traumas, helping you with your fears. These three forces combine and keep it honest. Turn up the volume, cause this is the application of knowledge.
Are you ready? Steven's not ready. Chris James is ready.
Oh,
Animated Male is ready.
Okay.
I don't think Stephen Michael's ready.
For
Episode number 8 of the Application of Knowledge podcast. A-OK. You know what I mean? Make sure people out there are A-OK.
I was
On your phone as usual.
No, first of all, I was
Every beginning of start of each episode, you
because
always
gotta get
and he
content
always
for
tags
that.
me. This happens every time, every single time. Hey,
It's our what is it? It's our
it's our ritual.
it's a ritual.
Yeah, it's our ritual.
Does this happen every single time?
100%.
Every single time. It's literally happened exactly last week.
100%.
Really?
100% of the time.
The exact same way.
Well, somebody's got to post to our socials, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I post to our socials.
I do too.
all the time.
Me too.
Fairly frequent.
Me 3.
Like almost every single day.
I repost all the time. So.
He said repost.
Repost.
Yeah.
Repost.
It's a post though.
Yeah.
Is it?
It is. It's a repost.
It's a post of something that was already posted. Which is,
Are you stealing content or are you creating original content?
I think he's stealing content.
I'm pretty sure I'm the original creator if I'm in the content.
True that.
Yeah,
True
yeah,
that.
that's true.
He's stealing his own content.
I'm not stealing anything. It's a repost.
Stealing his own content. Steve's on his phone.
I am posting to our socials. Let's go. Let's get it.
Someone has to stay on task.
Let's get it.
How was your week, Chris James?
Let's get it.
How was your week, Chris James?
It was a lot of work, man. A lot of work this week.
A lot of work.
Yeah, I had to revamp my schedule. I'm just overwhelmed. So next week is gonna be this week is gonna be better because I'm basically lightening my load. I don't have a choice. I gotta do it.
Lightening the load.
Yeah,
Yeah. So okay, good.
I'll be able to take care of some stuff I haven't been able to do. Yeah.
Okay. I like what I'm hearing. Chris James conquering the world. All right, let's get started, ladies and gentlemen. Stephen Michael, how you been, man? How's your week been? What's going on?
I don't know why you keep doing me like this, man. Like every episode, you just
What, you think I'm not gonna play you? What? Of course I'm gonna play you. That's what I do. You know what I mean?
okay. All right.
You be playing me.
Yeah, that's true.
All y'all be playing me.
Yeah,
Chris,
that's true.
Especially Chris.
Yeah.
I'm not as bad as I used to be.
Yeah.
It used to be really
I
bad.
used to be really bad. I'm much better.
I'm doing very well. It has been a very productive week. The brand is growing and it is making the coaching staff very busy in a good way. Just helping people, answering questions, going through coaching, just everything in general. It's been positive.
Okay. How about I aside from work,
Oh, okay.
aside from work duties and responsibilities that you have for your business, what else exciting is going on in your life? What is it that you're doing that's fun?
Non-work related?
That's non-work related. Because what I have been doing that's
Yeah, you go first because I got actually think of something.
that's non-work related is spending time with friends. Spending time with dear friends.
I'm doing that right now, baby.
Yeah, but this is also work
Hey,
related.
man, I'm actually struggling.
When's the last time that you spent some good quality time with your friends and to do something fun that doesn't have to do with work?
You know the interesting thing, Mel.
Chris James, Stephen Michael.
Okay. Do you know the interesting thing is that we talked about doing something and going out somewhere and just having some fun, and you were supposed to plan it, and it never happened.
I was
Yes.
Yes.
You were supposed to.
You were supposed to plan it,
Okay.
and it never happened.
come to John's.
Oh, Oh, it's no Johns.
Johns are excuses.
Oh yeah, they don't know Johns.
Just in case you guys didn't know.
Here come the Johns.
Continue.
Oh no, I was waiting for you to. Oh, so you have no excuse. So you were spending time with friends, but not these friends. So other friends.
I'm not sure if I can speak on.
Okay, that's fine. No worries.
Why things aren't planned on camera. So, but I'll just say, cool. But
I saw a dear friend yesterday.
yeah, and it wasn't about friendship. It was about business.
No.
It wasn't about being friends and enjoying the love and glee of a bond.
When you're with, you have friends. No, I can be with my friend and talk about. What else am I supposed to talk?
Hey, this is actually, you know what? We're actually struggling up here right now because we work. Like, I am genuinely having a difficult time answering your question.
I find micro moments.
I skate.
I went to the arcade last
My
night.
legs hurt right now. I was getting it last night. I was out there.
You skate?
What?
Where you go skating at?
Roller World, Northeast.
Okay, because I was rolling past Louisville and I saw they had a little line.
Really?
But it was an adult night though.
Last night?
Yeah.
And
I don't know.
Cold. Was it cold last night?
It's cold every night.
Oh, okay. I don't know if they had anything going on. I don't know of anything, but
It was probably teen night because I always get it mixed. Adult nights on Thursdays and Sundays.
they probably had the little teeny boppers in there. But I try to skate with.
But
the
I saw the
adults.
line because I was driving past that area and I saw the line. I was just like, yo,
Go and hang out with friends.
yeah.
You were with them for a long time.
Coming from hanging out with friends.
You were with them for a long time.
It was one of my friends' birthday celebrations.
Okay.
We got something to eat.
Ate something.
We were supposed to start at 2:30, but we ended up starting at 3:30. Anthony was late. I mean, he left after I left.
Right. I said, Anthony, what time is your thing? He said 2:30. I'm like, it's 2:30 now.
Oh man.
And he was like, I planned on being late.
How do you plan on being late? Like,
And he thought you were going to be late too, which is
I
weird.
mean, I was late, but he was later.
this is why you get friends of.
But okay, how do you?
This is why you get different.
You all are busy with work and not making time to enjoy life.
That's not true.
Well, okay, let's say not enjoy life, but you don't make time to have fun with your friends.
I don't, to be
With
honest. Like
me.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Are you feeling some type of way?
No. No, it's not that I'm feeling
I
tired.
spent time
title
with
of
you
the podcast.
Thursday night.
Mel and his feelings.
No, it's like this. When we do things, all we do is freaking work together. We do things as work. It's not there's nothing wrong with that. But our friendship shouldn't be based or shouldn't always or be highlighted because of a business relation. Like when is the last time we actually just did something that had nothing?
John's go away party. We went out to dinner.
Yeah, I mean that was
nice.
months ago.
That was nice.
I mean, I enjoy doing things. Yes, when we talk, yes, that's beautiful. I
we
learn.
spent a couple hours together
Yeah.
Thursday.
Yeah, that's fine. But
fine.
I'm just saying, like, going out and enjoy life and explore and do things together.
I wanted to go to the symphony and see the Back to the Future, but you were gone.
I wanted to see that too.
When was it?
When you went
It was
out of town for the Bengals.
14th or something.
Yeah, it was the Sunday of the. Was that
Like-
that was Super Bowl Sunday?
It was like that weekend or something
It
in
was
that
Super
area.
Bowl Sunday and I think Saturday or Friday.
Yeah.
I wasn't aware of it.
I know.
Oh, okay.
I told you at the retreat I wanted to go, and then I found out you were going to Cincinnati for the Bengals game.
To be honest, man, like well, you guys know I haven't been here that long, so I have been in the process of making friends, but I don't go anywhere. So when I got here, it was still like full pandemic, and the only place that I go, or only thing I've really done, is skate. So I have made some relationships in that way. but a lot of it is skate related. And building true friendships definitely takes time. So, I mean, I can definitely say that I've made some acquaintances, and I probably can say that I have like a couple friends, that I've made out here. But it's.
You made friends or you made associates? Because a lot of people be getting that word twisted, man.
Well, I just said.
You said you made friends, but
No. What did I say before that?
you didn't say associates.
Okay. Well, I said I've met people. I have probably. All right. Legit.
You have not probably legitimately made any friends.
I would say that I'm probably very close to one.
It's hard making friends, especially as adults.
Right. Yeah. It is.
But I did when I moved out here. I made one genuine friend when I moved out here. I talked to him the other day about business.
Can't get away from it, man. People be like, "Man, Steven, what do you be doing?" I work. Like I literally like sometimes it's sometimes I just go in my room, I close my blinds, I just turn everything off, and I just chill,
Light my candles.
Hey,
listen
man.
to Adele.
Oh, definitely.
Throwing some Sam Cooke.
You make me hungry.
Make you hungry.
Yeah, cook.
What, cook? Oh,
Hey man, hold on a second.
I need a pot or something.
What's up?
Don't be trying to play me.
Ain't nothing wrong with listening to Adele
I
in
will-
the dark with
all right.
the lights low, with
All right.
candles going, with incense burning.
Hey man, first of all, I'm romantic, right? So I like that stuff, right? We go in the room, right? Turn the lights down. I got
By
these-
yourself?
Hold on, let me explain. I got these blackout
He said
curtains.
we.
I black the room out, right? So no sunlight gets in. It's just me in the room, right? I got the lights. I got the LED lights going across the ceiling. Turn the lights down real low, right? Turn the music on. Turn the bass up. Music low. So there's just this nice rumble. You get those vibrations, right? Got the candles going. Dell in the background, maybe some Sam Smith, you know what I mean? Maybe a little Bruno, you know what I'm saying? If I'm feeling freaky, you know what I'm saying? And then, I just relax. I just relax. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
Bruno!
I mean, sometimes I just,
My dude said, I'm rocking out solos, about to get real intimate.
No,
Listen.
that's not what I said.
Yeah, it was
Get
in the
real
same-
intimate
it wasn't
with
fly,
myself.
but that's not what
it
I
was in
said.
the
That's
same-
not what I meant.
Same vein. So he's like, I don't need to make friends. I got my own friends.
No,
Me
that's
and
not what I
myself,
meant.
and that's all I
Me,
got in
myself,
the end. That's what I found out. Cause it ain't no need to cry.
I will
Be my own best friend.
Hey man,
Hey,
sometimes
it's all good, man.
you gotta be your best friend.
So my thing is this. I enjoy what I do. So I don't feel like a lot of pressure. Like when I was talking to Anthony yesterday, although we did talk about business, it wasn't AHA business, but but I enjoy it. I was talking to him about the root product, I was and I just took a focus in. So I was like, yo, Anthony, listen, I'm telling you, man, you got to check. Like, I know Anthony was like, he's like, okay, that sounds like my kind of thing.
And then I walked in with a piece of paper like, all right, Chris, so I just took 3 focus ins, and here's a skill sheet that I just created. And Anthony's sitting there like, you all right over there? Yeah, man, I'm over there. I'm like this. He's like, they got you twitching? I'm like, no, I just feel like moving. Like,
Oh, man.
God,
oh, you missed that.
Oh, yeah, because I had to be somewhere.
Oh, well, he was downstairs.
Well, he had to be somewhere.
Well-
It shows our level of responsibility
Wow.
and our level of caring about something.
Well, honestly, he really owed that time to me, to be honest. Because
You owe me this time.
because
It wasn't my birthday.
I'm just saying, like, he actually didn't give me enough time. I had more stuff to tell.
I need more time.
I had more stuff to tell him.
I mean, he lives here now. So.
Mel, do we have a topic for today?
We're talking.
Oh, this is the topic?
We're talking.
Oh, we're just hanging out.
This is what we're talking.
Okay. I didn't know if there was something else.
There will be something else, but we're
Oh.
talking.
Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to.
It's all good.
My bad, player.
Okay, so the Great Smoky Mountains, right? 1934. Who is that in the middle of your shirt?
Hey, man, this is
Sasquatch?
that's
That's Donkey Kong.
the boy.
So my question is this: Is Sasquatch?
Sasquatch.
What is he in the Antarctic? He's a different name, like depending on where he
The
is.
abominable snowman.
The abominable snowman.
Bigfoot.
The abominable snowman.
No. The abominable snowman in the Arctic.
in the snow.
Is he real? or is he a fiction?
You know, I think that
Hold on. How do y'all just change the topic of what the hell we were talking about?
We're just talking.
we're just talking.
I'm not finished talking to my friends.
You know your
Y'all
feelings.
know we ain't doing the Sasquatch bullshit.
Why are you in your feelings?
Wait a minute.
I'm not in my feelings. It's just that you literally asked, what are we talking? I said, we're talking. He said, okay.
What,
Sasquatch.
if there's no topic,
This
we're
is
talking.
talking.
We're just having a conversation.
And this is what we're talking about.
Oh, so there is a topic. So the topic is friends.
So the topic is business and personal life balance.
We're talking about friends.
Okay.
All right.
I mean, if you want to talk about Sasquatch,
I want to talk about Sasquatch. So you don't believe in him?
Why would I believe in? I ain't never seen this dude.
So does that mean that you only can believe in things you've seen?
No,
Oh, okay. So there's a possibility that Sasquatch is real.
no,
Why?
You're 100% sure he doesn't exist.
yeah.
How
Or
can you
she.
be positive of that? Huh?
What evidence do we have that they actually exist?
What evidence
Prints?
do you have that other things?
Prints?
Well, first of all, they have a description of him right there.
I mean, this is pretty clear. 8 foot tall, really big hands, really big feet.
Sounds
hairy.
like a basketball player to me.
I mean, maybe. Like, I mean, here's the thing: these things come from somewhere, right?
It comes from somewhere.
Like, I mean, they say that as they say, there's nothing new under the sun. They come from somewhere. Matter of fact, I mean, all of the content, a lot of the content that we see now in Instagram and YouTube, Facebook, is all stolen content. I mean, for real, think about it. Now with the whole
Where's Sasquatch come from?
now with the whole sharing thing, all that,
Where's
everyone
Sasquatch
is just
come from?
stealing content.
You know what?
I don't
Honestly,
know.
Sasquatch is probably it was probably part of Darwinism.
Or he was created to scare children. It was a made-up story to scare children from going into the woods by themselves. If you go into the woods by yourselves, Sasquatch is going to get you.
But Sasquatches
He's
are
big,
like-
he's black, he's hairy,
Wow.
and he's going to get you.
But they're like
He
friendly,
gonna
aren't
get
they?
ya.
Did they say?
Is he? He looks scary.
Did they say Sasquatch is a monkey, or is that?
I think he's
that
a great
black?
He's brown, I think,
Well, everything is brown if it ain't white.
and I think he's a great ape.
Wait, what? So he is a. I got a text message. Sorry, I had to check my phone.
But you're
It's gone. I put it away.
okay.
It was a good message.
Continue.
I just wanted to let you know.
I don't care.
But I just talked to you about it.
Hey, I
okay.
hope you're doing well.
Hey, why you gotta be like that?
I'm just listen. When I talk,
You trying to play me?
if I'm talking as I'm someone else, I change my voice.
Yeah, that makes sense. We all do that though.
Typically.
Typically.
Do y'all still care about this Sasquatch, or can we get back to friendship?
I mean, I didn't realize we were on friendship. You said we were just talking as friends.
Oh, you know what? Let's talk.
So
as
that
friends.
is the topic.
Come on, let's talk about fucking Sasquatch then. Let's go.
Okay, so my theory as of right now, I just came up with this.
Have a working theory.
Is that because of Darwinism, and they need to, there's a missing link in Darwinism. So basically, he has this great theory, everything fits except for there's this one missing link, and they've never found the missing link, which really takes us from great ape to human.
Right.
And
What's in between?
what's in between, and I think maybe Sasquatch might be that.
Because people have said, like, okay, and this is one of the things that helps to debunk Darwinism. It is, okay, if we indeed started and we came from monkeys or evolution.
Single cell organisms in the ocean,
Right.
and then slowly.
Right. Progress. Which actually, the interesting thing is that I just was listening to a podcast from these doctors, and she was talking about a mushroom, and actually, like on a molecular level, we're actually the closest thing. We're just a couple different. I think it's cells or something. We're just off of a mushroom. That's
It's got to
actually
be
the closest
DNA,
organism.
right? You talking about DNA?
And yeah, in a sense, we're the closest thing to a mushroom actually than anything else. More than a monkey, more than anything else.
It's hard to believe that because.
Why do you say that?
Well, just because 20 years ago we were the closest to monkeys, and we found out they were lying about that.
Well, I
So
mean,
it's like,
but a mushroom sounds way more believable from our standpoint.
yes, it does. All I'm saying is fool me once.
Okay.
You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
you take it with a grain of salt, right?
Yeah.
So, the issue is that people have looked at this and debunked it, saying, well, if we did indeed come from monkeys, then okay, well then where is the progression? Because they said, well, cavemen have these big foreheads, these big furry brows, but it's just like no one's seen a caveman. There's no evidence of true cavemen. And the cavemen that they were talking about weren't like the midway point between monkeys. They were still humans. They just were unintelligent.
They had a lower cognitive ability.
Yeah. So even then, it's like, well, where's the in between? And there's still nothing. So it's just like, well, how can you say that that's where we came from if there's no proof, as Mel said? Like, there's nothing that actually shows us anything in between. All of a sudden, we go from monkey to human. Like, I just don't buy it.
So I have a theory about cavemen.
Okay, you just got a lot of theories today.
Oh no, I always have a lot of theories.
Okay.
So I think that Neanderthals are actually the Canaanites from the Bible.
Interesting.
So when you read the Bible and it talks about how Abel was scared to go into the world because there were other people and other humanoids or whatever, and they would kill him. So God gave him a mark to make him blend in. I think that the Neanderthals were Canaanites.
Wow. I like it. I'm serious, man. Like, I think that sometimes just the easiest explanation is the simplest one. We overthink way too much a lot of times.
Yep. So humans were created twice, and it's just two different species or whatever, and that's what it is. But now we've blended because they say that a certain amount of the population has Neanderthal DNA or blood in them. It's quite a bit of people apparently, but of course this got to be a lie. But now they've made it and essentially have bred the Neanderthals out.
Interesting. Very interesting theory. Mel?
I have nothing to add to this. I don't care about caveman. I don't care about Sasquatch. I know nothing about Sasquatch, the caveman. I don't believe in it. It's a fallacy.
What do you think? What do you think about? Let me ask you this, right? Because you're. I mean, we all have our opinion based upon what you heard, based upon the midway point between a monkey and a caveman and a human. Where do you, based on what you just heard, what are your thoughts? Like, what?
I have nothing to add to that because I don't believe in it.
So you just?
I don't believe that we derived from a monkey.
Okay. All right. Okay. That's a thought.
Or a gorilla.
Right.
A great ape.
Or any. I think we are our own.
Wait, are we still considered? No, we're not considered great apes. Are we? Yeah, Steven?
I mean, I'm a beast. I'm a
Oh.
dog.
I'm a beast
problem.
titan. You a problem?
I'm a beast. I'm a dog.
I'm a pit bull. I like
I'm
my
a problem. What's a goon to a goblin?
Let's talk about friends.
Oh, now we want to talk about friends.
What's the value of friendship? And is it okay to use your friends?
You tell us, Chris.
First of all, let's
ask the question.
Okay, answer it.
I'm asking you.
That's a hard turn, right? Your whole back is towards me.
He basically is like, nigga, you're not even in a conversation.
Yeah, like.
Yes. All right, the question is, what was the question again?
What's the value of friendship, and is it okay to use your friends?
Use.
No, you're turning it into something he didn't make it.
No.
Okay, interpret it.
I'm
Interpret.
thinking use.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
The value of
Show us your trauma.
friends. I have a lot of trauma.
You guys about to come out too.
I don't know if use.
Go ahead.
Why you say it?
Use your friends.
Yeah, show us your traumas.
Is that bad? Utilize. I guess utilize friendships. I don't think there's anything wrong with utilizing a friendship.
That's not what he said. He said you.
But
So how do you feel about what he said?
How about you say what the hell you want to say and I say what I want to say? How about that?
Now you just.
I'm not you. He said use. Okay, I said I don't like the way you sound because you sounds like you're taking advantage of something. You know.
But that's not what I said though.
I know, but I said it sounds like if you use. That's why I said use.
So if I
don't like the way you.
If I use a hammer to put the nail in the wall.
Yeah, you're taking
Did I
advantage
took
of
advantage?
that.
Okay, that makes sense.
You know what I mean?
That makes.
If you
Took advantage.
use your car to drive to the gym so you can get buff and do curls for the girls,
Why would you do curls for the girls? Why don't you do them for yourself?
I mean, I'm just asking. I'm just creating.
Why would you do anything outside of you for anyone else?
I'm just creating
Why
a
would you
scenario.
change your self-image into someone else's liking?
I just created a scenario. I didn't say it was me. Why are you like this today?
What's wrong with curls?
Why are you like this?
Why are you?
I'm not like anything. I'm me.
You need to pop a 0 in, man. You need to. Zzz.
I'm focused, son.
Are you?
Focus.
I'm focused, son. You know what I mean?
I want my question answered.
I was trying to answer, but he's changed. He's like, what do you do? He said use. I don't know. Why did you change? Like, shut up. Let me answer the question.
Sip my tea, man. Hey, y'all see my Stephen Michael mug? I got this at the retreat.
I'm about to clothesline this. I'm about to clothesline this dude, man.
That's a nice mug, man.
It is a nice
It is a
mug.
nice
mug.
Hey, shout out to Cheyenne.
Hey,
Thank
know
you very
what?
much.
You know
I
what?
really
Since we
appreciate
give
it.
it-
Hey,
Shout out to
Cheyenne,
Cheyenne.
you already know what
Shout
it
out
is.
to Cheyenne for giving me the eye.
Oh,
You know what I'm
okay,
saying?
all
I
the
got
gifts.
AHA bag. I got the AHA mug.
Got
It's
all-
got Stephen Michael all over it.
Got the mug,
You know
got
you know
the
what I'm saying? Chris, you know what I'm saying?
bag.
Shout out. What,
Shout out.
Chris, what do you got?
Hey, Chris, hey, it's in
I had
the
a-
mail. It's in the mail.
Oh!
I have warm memories of a conversation.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I
Okay.
got.
All right. Well,
But I feel like it's okay to utilize friendships to make the most of them. You know, I mean, because if you aren't like, I feel like friendships, they're deeper than a bond, and they give you access, like if, for instance, you're studying health, and I have a friend who studies health. Why wouldn't I go to him and make good use of him, you know, or utilize his skill, or utilize things that he's been studying, and especially if I have a health issue. I don't think there's an issue with utilizing your friends. I don't know.
So what's the value of friendship?
I don't know. Depends on what you consider as a high. I don't think there's a.
You gonna tell me it's subjective? That was it. That was last week. Everything was subjective.
A lot of things in life are subjective.
I don't know, man. I think there's some pretty prominent
Sir,
universal.
first of all,
Part focus.
this is podcast related.
Okay.
Hey man, continue your conversation.
I know, man. You're always on your phone, man.
No, I'm not.
Live in the moment, man. But yeah, what was you saying?
What's the value of friendship?
I don't know how to answer that. You answer that.
No, Steven, you answer. I'm asking the questions here.
The value of friendship. I think it's. I don't think it's something that could be like. It's not like a number, or it's not like a. It's priceless.
The definition of value is the regard that something is held, which is why I took my phone out to make sure that I remembered the definition. So you're just taking my phone.
Alright.
So
you didn't know the definition of
I
value?
did know the definition. I did a whole talk on it, but it's been a while.
You
So
wanted
I
to make
wanted
sure you knew the definition.
I wanted to
of
make sure
value.
that I was correct and clear.
Oh, okay.
Let me be clear.
Let me be clear.
All right, be clear.
Okay, so now that you have the definition of value,
So the regard that in which something is held. So in general, do you hold or do you value friendships? Do you put them in high regard? Do you put them in low regard? Right? I mean, obviously you value friendship. Is this on me? I'm just giving you some information.
It's you.
he's passing the
I
buck.
don't
He
need your-
doesn't.
Okay.
I don't need your information. I know what value is.
Give me the microphone. I was just giving you the definition.
I didn't need it. You the one needed it because that's why I looked at my phone.
Why are you? You all right?
He's on one.
Are
for
you
that.
all right? Why do I have to be on one? Why am I the one who has to be on
That's
one?
the first time you ever stood up on the podcast. You're definitely on one.
Maybe there was a situation that happened that caused you to feel like, you want to get something off your chest, man? We can talk about it. Some friends did.
What does it matter what I want to talk about?
Oh
Go.
my God.
Go.
I literally
Who
just.
cares? Who cares? Go. Go ahead, Steven.
I don't remember.
Answer the question, the value of friendship. You look at the definition, you know.
That wasn't the question.
Yes, it was.
I had a
Part-
two-part
part
question. What's the value of friendship? And I forgot the other question.
But I'm on one. But
And
I'm on one.
is it okay to use? Is it okay to use?
So let me just reel this in. To answer your question, yes, it is okay to use your friends. And when I think about use, I don't. I can see how there would be a negative connotation to it, but I understand the intent behind the word, and I think that in general, friends should be used as a tool. I mean, what are you there for? I mean, not just a tool, right? But I'm there to help you and give you something, and you are there to help me and give me something. Whether it is time, whether it is resources, whether it's information, we are giving something to each other that is going to help one another. So I think that being able to say, hey, listen, I'm having some issues, with X, Y, and Z. I'm trying to lose weight, or I'm trying to do something better for my health. I know you're in this sphere, Steven. Can you give me some information, right? You're using me or utilizing me, right? So I think it is, so to answer your question, it's a hard yes. But I also think that at some point, when it comes to value, then we have to look at that and each other and see if that person is valuing your friendship. Because I recently had a conversation with somebody who I was giving them information, and they were asking me questions, and every answer I gave them to their question, they gave me a rebuttal. And it's just like, did you come to me because you wanted to just tell me what you felt about this, or did you come to me because you wanted information? And it was just like, you're not actually listening to me. Everything that I'm giving you, you're rebuttaling me. Like, you came to me as like an expert in this field saying, hey, what's your take on this? Right? And then as I'm giving you information, you're fighting me. Like, well, this. Like, I've already given you my answer. Right? And then I gave another answer, and then they were just like, oh, wait, that doesn't even make sense. Like, I'm not listening to this. And I said, okay, well, I'm not answering any more of your questions. Like, you clearly don't value my information. You don't value what I'm giving you, and I don't feel like answering any more of these questions.
How can someone who has a low knowledge base about a topic have enough information to say if you're right or wrong?
It's because you're saying something that goes against their conditioning, right? We're conditioned in certain ways to believe certain things. And when you say something that goes against somebody's conditioning, then it's instantly like, no, there's no way.
Oh, cognitive dissonance.
Right. So, for example, we're told that if you don't drink water within 3 days, you're going to die, which we know that that's not true, right? Just to give you guys a, I don't know, maybe some cognitive dissonance, they'll feel this here. But once again, as you were told by science that if you don't drink water within 3 days, guess what? You're going to die. Well, let me tell you something very interesting, right? Me and another one of my clients, Jasmine, we were doing some fasting together, and we were doing dry fasting. And we actually went 10 days without drinking water. And guess what? Still here alive today, looking good, feeling good, right? We have to understand that the things that we've been taught are not necessarily true. And we should not take them at face value. We should start questioning everything. And the more we question things, the deeper that we can get into answers, we can find the answers to certain topics. So I definitely think that it's okay to use friends. But if you value that friendship, then you need to make sure that you're giving just as much as you're taking as well. And I think that's where people have an issue.
At what point do you disengage with a friend?
Like completely or in a moment?
Completely.
That's a tough question. I think that just over time, when you start to feel like when they reach out, it doesn't make you feel good, right? Like when someone says, "Hey, how you doing?" And if you instantly think, "Oh, what do you want? Like, what do you want from me?" You know what I'm saying? If that's your first thought, then you need to start reconsidering that relationship. You know what I mean? That just means that now they've conditioned you to only reach out when they want something. For example, I had a friend yesterday that I spoke to, and she was saying, I have people that just keep reaching out to me when I'm traveling, or because I've traveled, I go out to eat places, and they only reach out to ask me about food stuff, right? And I feel like I should be charging them for this information, right? Because they just keep reaching out. So she's now conditioned to be, for certain people to ask her only about food and travel, right? So then her change says, well, then maybe I should charge them, because at this point, it's no longer a friendship. You've changed that, right? You've changed the landscape of the friendship. So I think that just in general, when you start to feel like they're coming to you for one certain thing, at that time, there needs to be a conversation, at least.
I'd say friendship, depending on who the person is or how the connection goes, I think time can kill a friendship, or it could dictate how a relationship goes based on the interaction that you have. Because there's a few friends that I've had in the past where, like, we separate. Like, I'm not in Cincinnati anymore, so the communication isn't as vibrant as it should be. Or if we talk, it's only about, there's no substance. We're not meeting on the same lengths. So while the love is still there, it's just that you grow apart. Everyone has their own path and own journey because I honestly feel like no matter how long you've known someone or how strong that connection is, there's I feel like people come into your life for reasons, no matter how close that you were at one point in time. There's I think it's all situational. It's all situational. Some relations, some friendships, they will last until the day to life is just over, and then some, like, you have for this chunk of time, and then it served its purpose. So, and it may not necessarily have to end on a negative, because I had a close friend, Daniel, when I was growing up. We met in the 4th grade. I remember on the 3rd day of school, we fought, and
Like fist fight.
yeah,
Like y'all was rumbling.
Yeah, it was on a Thursday.
Oh, wow, you remember the day of the week?
Yeah, 3rd day of school, and because
the 3rd day of school.
Yeah, because Mondays is obviously we're off, and then for some holiday or something, and then we
Labor Day or
Do you think that you remember the day of the week because it was such an important event in your life? Have you ever thought about that, possibly?
Yeah. I mean, it was not maybe.
It was an impactful
That's
moment.
really specific. Like,
I mean, I specifically remember that because I didn't want to go to that school because it's like I heard there's a lot of fighting. I was like, man, I don't want to go to this damn school. And then I went to that school,
and then you got to.
Yeah, I got into a fight. I was just like, all right.
so that was an impactful event in your life at that time.
A little bit. I mean, the thing is, like, I remember a lot of stuff from, like, when I was in school, though.
Yeah.
Not necessarily particular days.
I mean, but that's really specific.
I don't know, like, the date. I just know it was on a Thursday.
You could go back in history, the almanac, and look at the date.
I mean,
is that what it used, the almanac?
I mean, you could. I mean, Google.
That's what they used in Back to the Future.
I've never seen Back to the Future.
That's trifling.
Sorry, what?
That's trifling.
I'm aware of it, though.
Oh, no.
Oh, is that? I don't know.
Are you sure?
Do they have Honey, I Shrunk the Kids? Is that like in the same thing?
No.
I mean, that same time frame. I mean, they were
Movies were really good back
Yeah.
then. No, that's trifling.
But they're two different movies.
That's really, really trifling. Not even the same characters.
What, two?
I think they had maybe 3 or 4.
The first,
Don't they have similar characters?
no.
Back to the Future, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids?
No.
The first one was really good, and I think the second one kind of fell flat.
I think they had a third one which really fell off. Yeah.
But Back to the Future is a classic. That's
How many Back to the Futures are there?
3.
Just like 3 Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, right?
I see the 3 or 4. Yeah.
I mean, regardless, I don't remember because they just fell off.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids was good.
The first one was really good.
It was really good. They had the bees and the ants.
Yeah.
That's what I remember.
And I remember them picking up crumbs, right? It's just a crumb of a piece of food and break it off. It's so much.
It's huge. Like, so that's probably how they really see things, though.
Bro, just imagine if you were small and all you had to eat was a crumb to get full.
Yeah.
Bruh, you would have food for days.
But isn't this the same thing? Like a giant thinks our food is a crumb.
Yeah, true that.
Interesting.
Like a tiger.
Yeah.
But we don't have giants though.
Well,
We do have giants.
Think of a sumo wrestler or a these bodybuilders that eat 5,000 calories in a meal and stuff like that. I mean, they look at me or you. We'll eat a salad or a bowl of food, and they're like, "That's it."
What is that?
I'm
Yeah.
good. Like,
Yeah.
You
Most
could-
people look at my food and be like, that's it? I'd be
like
Your stomach can expand so large.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
I've seen a lot of bodies out there. And
Oh, what kind of bodies?
a lot of large bodies. I mean,
so Mel, you don't think giants exist or existed?
Here
well,
we go. Back to Sasquatch.
No, this is different.
Here we go.
We have proof of giants.
we have proof. What's the proof of giants?
In South Africa, there's a cave where there's a huge footprint on the cave wall, like the
they
entrance
kicked
to
it.
the cave where they kicked it. The story was that there was a town of giants or whatever, or maybe they were living in the suburbs in the area, and the village people or whatever chased them out of town into this cave, and then I think they like smoked the cave out or set it on fire to kill them. But
I mean, think about it. What's a giant? We have
I mean, I don't have enough
8 foot
knowledge.
tall people.
That's not a giant. That's just a really tall
If
person.
you see an 8 foot tall person, you don't think that person would be a giant?
I mean, depending
Someone
on the
you-
sizes
you-
of their...
they're
if-
okay.
If I mean, their height, they're just tall. But are their body parts, like, abnormally large?
I mean,
Yeah.
8 feet tall. I mean, they're going to be, everything's going to be bigger.
I understand that. But 8 feet... like, Shaquille O'Neal, he's probably the biggest human that we know of.
Yao Ming's taller than him, isn't he?
Yeah, but I'm sure there's, like...
You're talking about girthy, just
but,
everything
like,
big.
You're talking about the foot that's being kicked that's that big.
Yeah, that was kicked by something
I mean,
that
but
was
do you-
probably
do you-
20 feet tall or something.
Okay, so you're talking about even bigger.
I mean, because, like...
I think 13 feet is a giant.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, that's abnormal. Like, yes...
8 feet is abnormal.
It's definitely abnormal, but it's still in the realm of like, okay,
What
I
we
can
see.
see this.
Well, we also understand a level of health where we know that our society is declining. The trick is that we're doing better, but we're not. We're actually going down. We're getting smaller. We're becoming more frail. Everything is coming down. I mean, depending on, of course, how you want to look at this, right? You can go back into biblical times and easily find people where they talked about giants. Like, and there's a lot of truth there. I'm not saying you can't take everything at face value, but I mean, even looking at the Egyptian temples and such, right? I know we talked about their technology and things like that, but also it would make sense if they were just much bigger, right? Or if they had big people to assist them, then it would be easier for them to move and transport and do some things they did. We don't factor
well,
those
on
things.
the actual depictions, some of the depictions on the walls and things, you see giants.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I think so. Here's my thing, right? When you think about like Greek mythology, at some point it was just history. Someone turned it into mythology.
yeah.
You know,
They took a story and they made it something bigger, which was,
I mean-
or they used it as, hey, we can't actually get rid of this, right? We can't change history, but we can change how the people view it. So you call it mythology, like, yeah, it's not real, it's a myth, right? And then you put a spin on it, and then this is 100 years, 1,000 years later, it's just watered down, and now it's just mythology,
Right.
But at the time, like, nah, these were genuine people that, you know, maybe they were physicists or they were.
Is that the only spot that they have?
showing the giants.
Yeah, or is it anywhere else in the world?
Well, they found a lot of giant bones. But what happens apparently is the Smithsonian. I don't know, is that how you say it? Smithsonian. The Smithsonian comes and gets the bones whenever anybody finds any.
You know what? They're hiding everything.
They don't. Do y'all know that they don't have any real dinosaur bones at those museums?
I believe it.
So you don't think the dinosaur bones that they have in the museums aren't real?
No, they aren't real.
They
They're
aren't
manufactured in China.
They're not. So you don't believe in dinosaurs?
That's not what he said. But
I'm asking him.
What was the question?
You don't believe dinosaurs are real?
I don't believe that the way that dinosaurs were depicted to us as children is real. I think there were large creatures that we might be able to call a dinosaur, but the dinosaurs that they talk about, no, I don't believe they existed.
So like the T-Rex and
The T-Rex is anatomically incorrect. He doesn't make sense. And
It doesn't make any sense.
And my main question is how we know how they sound if they've been dead for billions of years. How you know how the T-Rex sounds?
They don't know. And there's a lot of, I mean, if you look at in the ocean, there are creatures in the ocean
Prehistoric creatures.
that are extremely similar to dinosaurs, right? So I mean, we have to just stop believing what we have been taught.
Why don't y'all believe the science? Why don't you believe the science?
Well, thank you for
You just,
science?
Why don't you believe? Because you just said you need to stop believing what we're taught. And why don't you believe the science behind the bones that shows up in that they dig up and that they use utensils and tools to find out if it's
What part of it? What part of it are you saying that I don't believe, or asking that I don't believe? You said I don't believe it. You're saying why don't I believe just what they tell me?
You said we need to stop believing what we're taught. Okay, then when it comes to dinosaurs, what about it don't you believe?
Well, I think that the light that's being shed on what they find is that there's a filter. I'm not saying that they don't find bones and stuff in the ground. I'm not saying that people that go on these archaeological digs are incorrect. I think that what they're finding, though, is different than what they're portraying to us. So they may find a big old femur, and they'll be like, yeah, this is the bone of a brontosaurus. But, I mean, it literally could be a human bone, right? Just depicting a giant. Or it could be, something that they don't know what it is. So it's easier just to say, oh, well, this is just a stegosaurus.
Let's say they have technology to decipher between the density of a human bone would be
An animal?
yeah.
I mean,
Or just a creature in general.
It would make sense. I mean, dude, the world has been around for, I don't know, billions of years. Who we don't actually know. So how do we know what was here before us, right?
See, the problem when you go back in history and you use science to do what you're talking about, you have to assume that the environment is the same today as it was then.
It's not.
Because what if there was a difference in air quality then that allowed people to grow in a different manner then? You know what I'm saying? So you can't just say, look at what we have today and say this is what it was then. That's an assumption. And since no one was here, as far as I know, it's an assumption.
Then how do they form the shape? How would they have all these bones to form a particular shape that just happens to match up perfectly?
They don't have 100% of any dinosaur.
That's correct.
So they don't. And
Hold on. You say they don't have 100% of each or of
any
dinosaur.
not one dinosaur do they have 100% of their bones.
How do you know that?
Just Google it. I researched this. So one of the things that made me suspicious about dinosaurs was, and this is years ago, I don't remember these people's names. There was two scientists that kept finding bones. Between the time when they were finding bones and the rest of the timeline, like where people were doing these archaeological digs, they found the most dinosaur bones during this very specific time frame. And it was two scientists that were essentially trying to, from what I could tell, compete with each other to see who could create the most dinosaurs. So there was an agenda attached to it. I think anytime that science is kind of dirtied by an agenda, whether it's someone trying to sell something or someone trying to get some status, you can't trust it.
I mean, we're seeing it right now in real life. Just with the pandemic and everything. Yeah, it's not as clear because we're in it, but that's how life is. Whenever you are in a situation, it's very hard to tell what's happening. I heard a general talking on a interview like 2 days ago, and with the issue with Ukraine and Russia, and he was like, right now they're in the fog of war. The fog of war is so many things. You don't actually know what's happening. You don't know if what's really happening. It's called the fog of war because you're in it. From the outside looking in, or at a later time, you can then clearly see what happened, right? But when you're in it, it's very hard to tell. So right now we are in a situation where science is being used and is being manipulated, and then in 20, 30, 40 years,
Right.
we'll be able to look back and say, look at this. See, we knew exactly what was happening. But then when you go too far, right, then it starts to get so far away we don't
becomes
remember.
ambiguous, yeah.
Right, and then now the history gets changed and is depicted how it wants to be. So it's very hard to look at that situation and say, well, yeah, they just happen to be just digging in certain places. Like, no, some stuff was probably happening.
Based on history, okay, let's say based on history or based on the Bible or whatever knowledge of history that we have they depicted like dinosaurs? Because I'm not the Bible guy. Like, do they have any kind of distinction or depiction within the Bible that would represent any kind of like dinosaur replication or?
Yeah. There are from many different sources, not just the Bible, but there are, depictions as well as people talk about large creatures, like it could be a dinosaur, but that doesn't mean that it is. So, for example, a woolly mammoth it's a huge creature.
Yeah.
It's a prehistoric creature. I think they actually existed. But the saber-toothed tiger, I don't think existed. It doesn't even make sense. You look at the saber-toothed tiger, his freaking teeth come all the way down here. How wide does he have to open his jaw to use
out
those
of his
teeth?
Mouth.
Huh?
And
Yeah, they come out of his mouth
mouth.
all the way down past his jaw. So it's like, just look at how he's depicted. How does he open? Does he detach his jaw like a snake? Like, how does he even use it?
And
Like,
not just that, think about a tooth, how sensitive how teeth are.
well, a rhinoceros horn is pretty strong. But see, like when you talk about the Triceratops, right? I look at it, okay, could that have been a different version of a rhinoceros or something?
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we have animals that could easily have been prehistoric animals. Basically, what I'm saying is, I do believe the pterodactyl doesn't make any sense to me. Like, there's just certain animals that don't make any sense.
I know it's spelled with a P.
First of all, the animal doesn't make sense, and the spelling makes even
Spelling
less
makes
sense.
less sense.
Yeah, you're right. Like, just think they had the little thing coming off the back. just you think about a bird and how it flies, and a pterodactyl, the shape of it, like the shape of the wing, and it was almost like a human. Like, he had feet, right? Pterodactyl has like feet.
Yeah,
or something.
they got feet.
And which birds have feet, but he was just really big, and it just was like, I don't know. I just think about the shape of it, and it just comes off weird. And his beak was like
beak and
super
his head.
long. Like,
How did they say that the dinosaurs got extinct? Was it like a volcano or like a
Ice
meteor?
age.
it was a meteor.
Yeah, the Ice Age.
Yeah.
Ice age.
Yeah. So a meteor came and struck the world. Boom! Right, and then it sent the world into the Ice Age. So basically, the world got cold. It blotted out the sun because it hit the world, and the sun basically gets blotted out. And
This
then everything turns
story
to
is starting to fall apart, huh?
So that's probably why we can't go to Antarctica, or that they have a lot of stuff
No,
sealed up over there, right?
What
You're
are
really-
what are you talking about?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
They have places. Where
What are you doing?
Okay.
So you think the dinosaurs are in Antarctica?
I'm just saying, like y'all said, an ice age.
Right.
It's always cold in Antarctica, right?
Yeah.
And then they have places in Antarctica where they don't allow people to go. That's
Correct.
blocked out. The government has it where people can't go here.
that's correct.
So,
They do.
what if they have dinosaurs there?
There's likely creatures in that ice, but there's actually creatures that live under the ice. They would lead you to believe that nothing can live in that cold, but stuff lives in there.
Are y'all caught up on Attack on Titan?
No,
Yes.
Do you watch Attack on Titan?
I have not. I've
doesn't
seen like
watch
the first.
Okay, you
Wow,
don't.
why do you have-
You
So,
don't.
I saw the first episode.
Yeah, I'm good.
That's
All
not.
right.
No,
You ain't never
no.
gonna finish it.
I've
You're
seen
not.
season one.
If you haven't seen season 2 by now, you're not.
Yeah.
Attack on Titan's one of them animes. When the new season comes out, you watch it.
Yeah.
You know what? All right, I'm sorry. I've seen
you
season.
don't have to.
Oh no, I'm going to. I've seen season 1, but then I just.
But you
happened.
caught up. You've seen the last week's episode.
Oh, last week? No, I didn't realize it. No, stop.
It
No.
comes out every week.
No, stop. No, they took a pause. They took a pause for a while. Because they cut the last season up into 2 parts. No, I haven't seen it. No, stop.
Oh man, you gotta watch it.
I didn't
man.
know it had started back up. I'm okay.
Man, we about 2-3 episodes in, man.
Okay, I probably found some time tonight then.
Oh man.
You see how that works? See,
He'll find time
Just
for
found
that.
Yeah, I make time for things.
They make time for things that you care about.
Wow.
I'm just kidding. But yeah, it might be dinosaurs in Antarctica, but we can't go to Antarctica.
But that's hearsay. So that's my thing. Like, listen, I like science. You know, that's why I got into dinosaurs when I was a baby. I love science. But what I started to learn is people manipulate science.
And people also, science is really about asking questions. Like people say, but will believe the science, which is such a phrase nowadays.
Yeah.
But science is about asking questions. It's about taking something and then digging into it and then learning more. And then part of the scientific theory is when you learn something, then that now becomes the science.
Well, actually, you're supposed to be skeptical. So even when you have a running theory that seems solid, the scientist's job is to disprove that theory.
Prove it wrong. Yeah.
Right. Well, I'm just saying. Well,
No. I'm just elaborating because what people don't understand about the scientific method is that the job of the scientist is to disprove the current theory.
Right.
Because if you can't disprove it, then that further bolsters the theory itself.
Right.
But what we're seeing today is a consensus without any type of scrutiny, but only in one sector of scientists.
Yeah.
When you talk about like scientists that are commercialized, government scientists and stuff, you see that. But when you look at like actual scientists that do this because they love it and they're not being controlled or manipulated and there's no money, they scrutinize things,
Right.
but their voice is much lower.
Yeah.
So a lot of these things that I'm talking about, I don't just look at the narrative we're fed. When I research the research. It's just how when Mel said, does the Bible talk about it? Yes, I know because I researched that, right? It wasn't just, I don't believe these bones are real or whatever. So there's a lot of different sources. When you look at information like from a big picture standpoint and you look at different time frames, it can help strengthen. That's how I use it to help strengthen my particular theories or disprove certain theories. I mean, I'm not a, PhD or anything like that, but I think
a PhD.
I think we all can be scientists. And that's like people try to trick you like you got to be a PhD. If you apply before a PhD existed, there were scientists. So clearly you don't have to have a PhD to be a scientist.
Yeah.
Right? We live in a world now where if you don't have papers, like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
It's ridiculous. Like,
I think we're all scientists in some capacity. Okay, we ain't got no PhD, so we ain't got the lab coats.
Yeah, you ain't got
I'm a
that lab
PhD.
coat.
I'm a PhD. You ain't got
Hey
the
man, that's why
thermometers.
we're holistic.
what's your husband have to say about it? I'm a PhD.
So there's no dinosaurs in
That's
Antarctica, and there's,
Oh, I got some stuff to say about that, but I ain't.
hey man,
I'm not going to
That's
get
not.
into it.
Mel's trying to get you to go down this road.
He's
where-
been trying the entire podcast.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, he's trying to get you down go down
I'm
this
trying
road.
to see how real we gonna get.
I have been learning about the Great Year, which I think is 36,000 years, and I've been learning about the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn,
Tropic Thunder.
and the Tropic of Sagittarius, and it as it relates to the Great Year and how the sun actually it moves in different tropics. It's pretty interesting.
What is the great year?
So an age is considered 2100 years or 2164. It's like 2,164 years or something. It's considered a great year. It's based on a astrological calendar, I believe. This is new information to me, so I'm not like really well versed in it. But basically, let's just say 2,100 years is considered like an astrological year, and then a great year is it's like a full journey of the stars or whatever. I don't know, but it's like 3,600 years or whatever. It's 12. I think it's 12 times 21. What is that? I don't know.
Oh, I'm not a
Oh, you're
math
not.
brain.
You know what?
person.
If John was here, he'd know.
Yeah.
John
John,
would
if you watch this,
He probably is.
He's not
Yeah, he's
watching
probably
it.
not.
There's someone out there knows what I'm talking about. I don't like speaking on stuff I don't really know much about, but
So when I asked you what the great year is,
I told you it's like 3,600 years or whatever.
okay.
It's something like that. It's
so it's
that's
a new
close.
topic that he's researching right now.
It's a close.
So he's learning.
It's close.
Okay.
He'll have something for you later.
But it's based on the astrological calendar or the stars or the something. And it's all about the position of the sun and the stars. And the point is, apparently the sun moves. It apparently moves. I'm not getting into it. But it moved. The sun be moving.
Wasn't it that
We know it moves, but
technically it's not 24 hours in a day?
correct.
It's like 23 hours and
Yeah, something
Something like that. That's why they have to have the leap years and all that stuff. Maybe
I think the
check
leap
this,
years. So I think that you're supposed to base your months on the moon cycle, not the sun cycle. So a month should be 28 days. So what they did was they removed one of the months out of the calendar year because if every month has 28 days, there'd be 13 months. If you have 13 months, now you have the true. You don't have to worry about leap years and stuff.
We should just have 13 months.
I mean,
That would make sense.
Why
Right,
would
wouldn't
why
it?
would they want us to have something that we should have?
13 months. What would you name the 13th month?
the 13th month would, I think, technically be. I think I would be born in the 13th month. I think.
Because you're in December.
Yeah. It's either December or January. People would be in the 13th.
So we have 12 months. And we would need 13 zodiacs, right?
There might be a zodiac that's been removed.
Oh shit! Hold on, we get real.
I actually think that there some manipulation. I think there might be a 13th zodiac.
Oh man,
That's just a theory.
so it's 13 zodiacs.
That's not what he said.
It's 13 months.
Oh, here we go.
What will we name? Because so every month is Black History Month. Since it's 28 days, the shortest month. So every month is technically Black History Month.
I mean, doesn't that make sense to just do 28 days instead of like 31 days and
Yeah,
30
summer
days?
30, summer 31. Like it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Like who put this together?
Hold on.
I think that's why the Chinese New Year is in like what is it, February?
I don't know.
I think it's in
Yeah,
I think
it
it's in
is.
February.
They have more.
I think that's why it's in February.
They're on point. And a lot of what they do, because a lot of times people forget, America, we're new.
28 times 13 is 364.
How many days are in a year?
365.
Is there 365? Is there?
Wow, that actually works out.
Is there actually
There's
365
something about
days
that
though?
that makes sense.
Because when you have leap years, don't you get and lose days? You get and lose days, right?
Well, did they add a day?
Yeah. So you could be 7 years old and be 30 because you're born on a leap year. So sometimes you have an extra year, sometimes
Sometimes you got a birthday, sometimes you don't.
Sometimes you don't.
Damn, get in the club. Like, I'm only 4. I can't
Yeah.
get in the club,
Yeah.
man.
Ain't that messed up?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't 365 days, I don't think that's correct.
You know, and the thing is that most people, I mean, they wouldn't even question that, or they'd be like, "What? What are you talking about?"
Right.
Like just look, just be open to even consider the fact that the information that we have is incorrect, and there's nothing wrong with asking those questions. What you believe is what you believe, but there's nothing wrong with just asking the question: is this actually true? Let me look into it. You know what I mean? And it's the same thing that we do with health, which is why we get to where we're at. Like, because we say some radical things, and people are just like, that's really hard to believe. It is hard to believe, but we have evidence to back that up. We have proof to back up a lot of the stuff that we say. Well, not a lot, but everything that we say. Like,
Yeah,
it comes from
everything.
experience
Yeah.
and knowledge, and you can put things into place. So I think this is
Y'all see where my mind is. It'd be everywhere. I think about everything.
This is why Chris doesn't have time to use his friends.
That's an excuse. That's
Oh.
a lie.
It wasn't even my excuse.
I
That
know.
was his
Oh,
excuse.
yeah.
I was just bringing us full circle.
All right,
trying to
so
bring us
so what
full
we're I
circle.
just changed my schedule. So what we're gonna do is
What you just now? You just did it just now in your head?
no, like a couple hours before we got on the
Like-
podcast.
All right.
So did you
All right, I
know
just
this
changed my
was?
schedule.
Yeah, I Okay, all right. Just changed my schedule, guys. I got some time. Hey man, it's hey man, what we doing tonight, man?
Well, I'm free.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I had a, you know what I mean?
Oh,
What'd you have? What'd you have?
I had something lined up.
What'd you have lined up?
Something, you know what I mean?
where did it go?
Tell the
Where did
people.
your
No,
something
no,
go?
no. Tell us what happened. What'd you have lined up?
We'll talk about it in the next week episode.
We definitely do not need to talk about anything like that. We've already done that a lot.
People love that though.
Do they?
They connect.
All right. Well, I would like to go to that Italian restaurant, but I don't think we could eat anything there. Did we go there since we've changed our diet?
Take it to Don't take it somewhere we can't eat.
Man, that food was really good. That used to be our spot.
I mean, we ain't even got it. I don't know, man. I
We'll
don't know.
figure it out, man.
I mean, shit. I just like the.
I want
I like the
3 months later. So we gonna hang out or not? Like,
beard all grown.
right?
out.
Like, so
Hair
remember
going
3
back
months
on
ago we
one.
talked about going and doing something. Well, guess what? That ain't never happened.
Locks getting longer.
Right now, Mel got locks.
What?
I wish, man.
Would you though? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the funny thing is, like when I was younger, like
You had locks?
No, I was about to,
Oh
but then my
Because
mom.
of Wheezy.
man, you should have.
Nah,
If
just
you would've got
before
him
I even knew
then,
anything about Lil
you-
Wayne.
You'd be all right now. You.
I'm perfectly fine how I am. If you would like to roast, please let's get it started because I will start roasting.
Wait a minute.
And I get foul when I start roasting.
Why
Bro,
you
you
be like
keep
that?
talking
I'm
about
just saying.
food, man. Roasting.
Are you hungry?
Oh yeah, I'm hungry.
Well,
Yeah, I'm
in
hungry.
that.
I got some soup over there, but I think it's been sitting out too long. I think I've let it reach its
Wow.
max.
You smell it?
No, but
That's right. What you
it's
smell?
possible.
Oh my goodness.
The pot was too big to put in the refrigerator.
There we go.
I thought I could eat it in time, but I didn't. It was a lot of soup. I made so much.
There we go.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
All right. We will see you all next week. Animated Mel, Chris, James, Stephen, Michael. Take care. Subscribe, like the video, and all that beautiful stuff.